came out, and I knew we were playing in the Jimmy V. That's one pretty easy to get excited about. And I've known we're going to have nights like this with an extremely young team. I think we're the second youngest in the Power Five. I knew these nights were coming. I can live with all of that, except the complete lack of leadership and the complete lack of effort that was given today. Period. From the very first play that they scored to the two practices before this game. Completely unacceptable. The lack of leadership on this team is zero. It is none. Inexcusable. We'll find out who wants to be a part of playing hard and doing it the right way. All the credit to Penn State. They deserve to win the game. They punched us in the mouth. They're old, the oldest team in the country, and they played like grown men. We played very, very uninspired basketball from the second we landed from Madison Square Garden until now. We have been atrocious in practice. Maybe the two worst days of practice leading up to a game I've been a part of, and that's leadership. That's leadership. Plain and simple leadership. Put it in bold damn print. Leadership. Lack of. And no effort. That's what happens when you, in this league, when you have none of that.
Okay, questions? Go with Doug first, and then we'll move it up.
Coach, it seemed over here, seemed like lineups. Is your best lineup offensively also your best lineup defensively, or is that something that you're still trying to work out?
Who guarded? Who scored? I mean, we gave up 47 the first half. We scored 59 for the game. So you tell me which one was good at either end of the court. I have no earthly idea. I was just trying to find guys to play hard. This didn't have anything to do with X's and O's. This had everything to do with heart and being tough enough to compete for the jersey that you wear every single day. Offense and defense was a disgrace. It didn't matter who we had on the floor.
Andy?
Brad, you talked about leadership. I mean, you look at maybe kind of rectifying that or taking that. Is the plan to kind of go to a certain player? What's kind of your process for maybe mending that?
I don't know. I read him Trent Frazier's text. Ask him about that next time you talk to him. He's leading from Serbia. Every day, guys. Every day. Every day. It's not about having the media and everybody else kiss their butt when you play hard in front of in Madison Square Garden and beat a good team. We've proven we can beat really good teams. But to do it every single day, and we had one of our players say it in the locker room, man, we just lost to Penn State. That was our attitude for 2 days. That's why I've had this game circled. There's no easy ones in this league. Penn State deserves everything they get. They're really good. And when you let them shoot 27 wide open threes, and I think Pickett had 18 at half and 6 assists. If he got 30 tonight, I was great with it. But he couldn't have the 6 assists to go with it. And the first possession of the game is a blown coverage because nobody wants to move.
Brad, you've talked a lot about TJ's leadership since he's gotten here.
That's what I thought of that today.
What has changed the last 2 games? Obviously, regulation, he's got 8 points.
I don't know. Ask him. He brought it for 2 days in practice. I've told our staff he was going to be terrible today. For 2 days. For 2 days. Show you how. You guys know I don't usually come in here like this after a loss. But I'm just telling you, our approach to this game right now is immature, and it lacks complete 100% lack of leadership. And if I got to go back to leading again, this team's in trouble. Somebody on this team's got to step up.
Scott?
We've got a week until you play again. Just what does those, 6 days look like?
It's the worst week of the year from the practice standpoint. It's finals week. It's hard. It's hard. We got 2 days off in there because we got heavy days of finals. We just try to get guys in the gym a little bit. We'll try to get back to our normal game preparation. We need guys to actually do well in their finals and so they can make it to the court. So, it's a hard week, but this is going to be more about soul searching and meetings and so on and so forth than it will actually be till late in the week practicing, because there's not a lot of opportunity with our final schedule.
Joey?
Were those hockey subs trying to find that leadership on the fly in the game, or just trying to find something to find that spark?
Yeah, we have one guy that plays hard consistently every day. One guy. Period. One guy. One guy, sincere, plays hard every single day. Right? It doesn't matter. Hockey subs, 2 subs at a time, 3. I was just trying to find somebody that played hard and that actually cared about trying to help us win today and not having 97 other agendas.
Coach, has your switching been problematic at times? It seemed like they got Jalen in some matchups they wanted. How do you evaluate that?
Well, we didn't switch all last year, and they posted Trent and they posted DeMonte, and it was, we could start Coleman on him, and he scored on him. We put Ty Rodgers on him, he scored on him. I mean, he's a good player. It's what they do, and when you've got a 6'5" guard who's really strong and gifted, and then you surround him with 4 shooters, makes it hard. I mean, he's done that against everybody. There's a reason he's a walking triple-double, or really close to it every night.
Joey?
You talked about knowing there were going to be, with just the youth, the ups and downs, but the way you recruit, you talk about winners. Was this something that this leadership, was this something that you thought was kind of eradicated, that void?
No, these are coming. I mean, it's a really, really long season. We've risen to the challenge. There's a reason we played the schedule we've played. We've risen to the challenge almost every single night. But I had this one circled, and no offense taken to Penn State. They are terrific, okay? But they haven't been. And it's a name, and you're coming off that, and you win. And it's how do you handle winning? And how do you handle it on the national stage? And then how do you prepare? And we failed. And I failed them. And I failed them miserably. And I know that those nights are going to be there, but I could handle getting beat by them because they made plays. But the lack of effort, you better have more accountability than that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That'll be the conclusion of